everybody, I've got a great video for you today. I'm going to give you my top 5 predictions on what to expect from Evercade in 2023. You ain't going to want to miss it.
I'm Warren Davis, and you're watching the Evercade Effect.
Evercade Effect. Welcome to the Evercadians and retro enthusiasts. You're watching the Evercade Effect, and I am Retro Q-9. And today, we're going to talk about my top 5 predictions, what to expect for Evercade in 2023. You know, we're waiting on the EXP, got a little bit of downtime, so exciting, can't wait for all the awesomeness that's going to come with it. But while we're waiting, I can't help think, what could be here in 2023? Haven't done a prediction video in a while, and these predictions are going to be different than what I've said in the past. So let's go ahead and get started with number 5. So, number 5, I predict Blaze is not going to have any new hardware. They're not actually going to make any new peripherals or accessories or arcade sticks. All that stuff is out there. I do believe they're going to investigate trackball and spinner support, and they'll use something like the egret spinner and trackball, something that's fairly inexpensive that's out there because they've spent a lot of R&D in creating, you know, from the OG handheld to the VS, now to the EXP. They've put in the tough work. They've got their hardware set. Technically, there's no reason for them to have new hardware, even though I think it would be great to have, you know, in something official, you know, like some type of wireless arcade pad and a trackball and all that good stuff in. But you know what? Blaze is a small company. Technically, if you want all those things, there's third-party hardware out there, minus the trackball support. So I think they're just going to do that, as I don't really see Blaze coming out with any new hardware for the next 5 years, because the hardware that they do have can support everything up to PS1, unless there's some major advancements in technology, then possibly. But you know, Blaze really has to be careful, because then you get into Chinese knockoff / Steam Deck territory for prices, and they really want to avoid that price point, because that's one excellent thing with Evercade, is the prices are reasonable and where they need to be. All right, number 4, incidentally, is going to be 4 new computer collections. Yeah! They gave us a tease like at the end of last year with the arcade collections, and we only have 1 so far. So I think they're going to come out with another 4, and specifically I think we're going to get another C64 collection. Hopefully it's going to be better curated. We're going to get 2 more Amiga collections. I think that's going to be exciting, because we know that we're going to get at least 1 of those, so why not 2? And then I think, you know, we're also going to go ahead and have like a DOS collection, or like ZX Spectrum, or some other off-the-wall cool computer collection. We could be getting more of 4, but I you know, at least 4 to start the new collection line, like they did at the arcade. You know, it only makes sense. All right, my number 3. I think they're going to even focus more on quality control. You know, because recently, let me say this, Blaze has gotten a lot better, and it seems like something slipped through the cracks, like with the Commodore 64 collection. Worked fine on the OG handheld, but on the VS there were issues. Now I think the reason why we're going to see a higher emphasis on quality control, because the firmwares for the VS and for the EXP are a lot more in line with the new features. They're not developing the OG handheld firmware anymore, maybe some bug fixes. But I think this is going to make it a lot easier for them to catch those issues, do better quality and testing, be able to patch things before they get out. At least now things have been patched a lot faster. We really haven't seen too many hardware issues lately as far as bad carts and whatnot, so I think that's still good. But I think day 1 when a cart comes out, you know, there's gonna be a higher emphasis on everything is good, it's ready to plug and play. You don't have to worry about any like major bug fixes to play games unless just something comes out something weird out of the woodwork. All right, number 2, I think there's gonna be more native games. Yeah! Cathedral knocked it out of the park. It's such a great game. I love those higher quality indie games, and Alwa, you know, that was emulated. That's also an excellent high quality game, and that was not native. I would even predict that we'll see a unique or an exclusive game on Evercade that's going to come out that's going to be native. Yeah! And then eventually, maybe, you know, it'll go to other platforms. Of course, devs aren't going to be locked to one platform, but I think we're going to see that. And along those lines, I think we're going to see more of these dual carts that are going to have native games, that have maybe 1 game or 2 games, and maybe we'll get something excellent like Final Vendetta or Paprium, because who doesn't love beat 'em ups? I think we're going to see more of that This is just a tease at the end of this year. We know that Evercade is very much capable of native games, and it's only going to be more exciting and go uphill from there. All right, my number one prediction. I think we're going to see a big focus on new IPs. Blaze has already paved the path. We have the Capcom collection. We're getting that this year. That's really going to open the doors, and I even think the floodgates. I think we're going to see something like a Sega collection, a Konami collection, possibly an SNK collection, Taito. We're going to start to see more of those other IPs that were unattainable, like the Activision Atari collection. Yeah! Because now other companies are going to see, oh wow, Blaze can move units. They have gotten a big whale like Capcom. And in addition to big IPs, I think we're also going to see an emphasis on some other publishers and IPs that we've never heard of before that are just unbelievably great curated collections, like Pico collection or Renovation collection. I think there's more of that. What I hope Blaze has learned his lesson is to avoid some stinkers with the delays like the Gremlin collection. No. And with the C64, I really hope we start to get a better curation of those computer collections and, in television too. Yeah, that's a sore point, but I think Blaze hopefully has learned, and they just need to come out with some heavy hitters. Please come out with some heavy hitters, strong out of the gate. Get rid of all those stinkers. Nobody really wants them. I mean, some people do, but I think we just need to focus on collections that are just a little bit better curated, and if they can't be, then I just think they just need to not do that deal and drop that license. Like, I don't think they should renew it from Gremlin Collection 2. If they want to have, if there's maybe a killer game that they can unlock on the VS, sure, but I think they need to avoid that at all costs. All right, so those are my top 5 predictions for Evercade in 2023. I'd really like to get a conversation with you in the comments below. Let me know what your top 5 are. If you agree with me, disagree, let me have it. And if you're one of those people who enjoyed this video and are not yet subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like, comment. It really helps me out. In 2023, my goal is to get to 1,000 subs. Yeah! And also, if you enjoyed this content, check out some of my other videos on this channel, or my secondary channel calling on Retro Gamers. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.